There are a ton of open world games planning to come out this year, but what's more important than planning? Actual release dates.
Yes!
I put together a list of 10 open world games with release dates so you guys can start marking your calendars. Let's get to it. We're gonna go in order from earliest release date to latest. Starting off at number 10, we have Sons of the Forest, set to release on February 23rd on PC. Also, there are a couple more open world games set to release in February that I'm leaving off this list because you can check them out on my top 5 February games video. I'll put a link in the description. Sons of the Forest is a survival horror game that takes place on a mysterious island riddled with cannibals and mutants. Use your survival skills and intuition to survive against the horrors of the forest. Either follow the story and discover what happened to a missing billionaire that you are searching for, or create your own story by exploring the forest, its underground cave system, and watch how this slick enemy AI system plays out, offering a ton of possible outcomes. At number 9, we have Wolong Fallen Dynasty, set to release March 3rd on everything but Nintendo Switch, plus it's a day one Xbox Game Pass. Developed by Team Ninja, the same developers that brought you the classic Ninja Gaiden series. This game is looking awesome, with combat that's comparable to Sekiro, but with a little more impact and a bit of magic. Fight for your survival through this dark fantasy world and explore its secrets and defeat some wild-looking enemies. At number 8, we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor, releasing on April 28th for PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Continue Cal's journey through the galaxy, featuring new worlds to explore, new skills and gear, plus get your galactic saddles ready, because we're getting mounts this time around, hinting at the potential for much larger worlds to explore. If you haven't played the first one, you're missing out. This game offers an excellent story and a super cinematic combat experience, so we can only expect an even higher quality for round 2. At number 7, we have Dead Island 2, releasing April 28th on everything but Nintendo Switch. The wait is over. After 12 long years, we can get back in the goofy, gory world of Dead Island. Slay your way through the zombie-ridden LA, or Hell A, with a wide variety of weapons. Meet some memorable characters,
Hello? Were you getting the pizza?
and even get your friends to play, with a co-op mode allowing up to a party of 3. You'll be slapping around some zombies with your buds for hours. At number 6, we have Redfall, releasing May 2nd for Xbox Series X, S, and PC. This is a new IP brought to you by Bethesda. Gather your team up with 4 buddies or go it alone in the new open-world first-person shooter, taking place in a town called Redfall that's been doomed by a vampire apocalypse. You play as a vampire hunter to rid the town of these vampires, with 4 different character classes to choose from. Level up, collect gear and weapons, and save the town of Redfall. At number 5, we have Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Releasing May 12th for Nintendo Switch, Tears of the Kingdom is the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Nintendo's been pretty hush-hush about this one, and quite frankly, it's impressive. Usually gameplay and news gets leaked pretty easily, but they got this one sealed up tight. A few theories have Ganondorf at the center of attention, drawing some speculation that he will be a main factor in Tears of the Kingdom. Also, shout out to them for winning Most Anticipated Game at the Game Awards, so the hype is real.
I need it!
At number 4, we have Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. Releasing May 26th for PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC, we may not be getting another Batman, but we are getting another Rocksteady Batman Universe installment. Taking place after the events of Arkham Knight, Brainiac has taken control of some of Justice League's most powerful superheroes, and is terrorizing Metropolis. In this 4-player drop-in and out co-op experience, you can play between 4 iconic villains of the Suicide Squad: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark. From what we can tell, we're getting some new, exciting combat, with a lot more range firepower and unique set of abilities between the 4 characters. Plus, if you play solo, you don't have to limit yourself to just one character, as you can cycle between them. This is shaping up to be pretty sick. At number 3, we have Diablo 4, releasing June 6th on everything but Nintendo Switch. It's been over a decade since Diablo 3 is launched, so this has a lot of anticipation and high expectation behind it. Going back to the dark roots of Diablo 2, which is a much welcome direction, this time around we're getting an open world with world events, bosses, mounts, and PvP. Defend Sanctuary from the Sieges of Hell with 5 confirmed classes: the Barbarian, Rogue, Druid, Necromancer, and Sorcerer. Combat is looking smooth, brutal, and exciting. Definitely a title I can't wait to get my hands on. At number 2, we have Final Fantasy XVI, releasing June 22nd as a timed exclusive release on PS5. The Final Fantasy series has been around for decades, and at the very beginning it was based in more of a medieval setting and surrounded with heavier lore of the crystals and their powers. Final Fantasy XVI is taking a step back into its roots and going back to that fantastical medieval time period.
This is medieval times!
Some people had a hard time buying into Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake as it showed a new combat playstyle for the series. It does look like that will transfer to Final Fantasy 16, but as a more polished version of it, and a much different story direction than 15. It appears to be a bit on the darker side based on the trailer.
No! Joshua!
Setting it up for what I think has the potential to be one Final Fantasy title to rank near the top. And at number 1, we have Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, besides the rest of these games in this list, this date comes from a potential leak. Now, don't hate me just yet.
You son of a bitch! You no good damn bitch!
Right now, the official release date says 2023, so even if the leak was just an oopsie, chances of it still coming out in 2023 are pretty high. Regardless, about a week ago, a Polish retailer accidentally let slip the release date on its website for Assassin's Creed Mirage for June 30th. And this actually aligns with a previously announced expected release time period of between April and June of 2023. So I took the bait and I put it on this list. Releasing on everything except Nintendo Switch, this one's going to be a treat for all the Assassin's Creed fans out there. Paying homage to the original Assassin's Creed that boosted the franchise to begin with, being able to visit the home of the original assassin, and promising the largest assortment of usable tools so far. Plus, we get a glimpse at a suspicious figure at the end of the trailer. Anyone else getting Prince of Persia vibes here? 2023 is looking pretty solid for open world games, with even more expected releases this year without hard dates. What upcoming open world games are you guys most excited for? I'd love to hear. And as usual, thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.